Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to discuss the match which England won by 191 runs today and won the series 3-1 against South Africa. Before I proceed further into my video, I'm going to tell you the scorecard. Zach Crowley was really impressive with 66 runs, then Joe Root 59 runs and Oli Pop 56 runs. Mark Wood and Stuart Broad, they added valuable runs and added extra pressure on South Africa by hitting those 7 sixes low down the order and helped England to score over 400 runs. Both scored 35 and 43 runs, and I think so that was the difference in the innings. Those 80 runs were the difference in the innings because that added extra pressure on South Africa. The first innings, extra pressure. Norchi, he had 5 wickets from South Africa. Then we saw that De Kock was the only impressive batsman for South Africa with 76 runs. He was the only lone warrior. Pretorius, so he scored 37 runs, and none of the South African batsmen was impressive. Their performance was below par, and I think so that's where South Africa is struggling at the moment. They are struggling batsmen like A.B. de Villiers, Mark Boucher or Jacques Ellis. Those batsmen, they need a kind of batsman who can come and score a double century for them, who can take things away from opposition, or the one who can build partnerships for them. We saw the du Plessis form is also really worrying for South Africa at the moment, and he's not leading his team from the front. In fact, I think so at the moment his own captaincy is in danger. We saw Hendrick, he had 5 wickets from South Africa. Then Dusan was also impressive and with 98 runs in the second innings. And once again, if we see the stats also, du Plessis' form is really worrying, and he has got a really low average in the 4th innings. I'm also gonna tell you some of the stats that my prediction on day 2. You can see my tweet also, what I tweeted that day 1 when England they won the toss and decided to bat first. I tweeted that Faf du Plessis is really unlucky captain. He always loses tosses, and he lost that third toss on trot. We saw in India also he lost like 4 tosses on trot. So he has been really unlucky, and I think so in the test matches ICC they need to think that the tosses should not be playing its part, because the teams winning toss, even in Australia also, we saw in India also, they always win toss and then just decide to bat first, and then they pile up runs, and then the visiting team they always struggle. Same happened in South Africa also, that England they won 3-1. I think so if South Africa they would have won those 3 tosses, the things or the results would have been completely different, because the visiting teams they struggle in Australia, India and South Africa. Even in New Zealand also, we saw that with the visiting teams they struggle on 4th and 5th day. England they have won now the first series in 10 years. I'm also going to tell you about, there was also an incident happened between Faf du Plessis and Joss Butler. There was a heated words exchange in the 56 overs. Ben Stokes, he has also been fined 15% of his match fee just because he used inappropriate language against a spectator, and that was recorded on the mic. I'm going to tell you a fun fact now, that Chris Woakes overseas averages without facial hair is 61.77, and Chris Woakes overseas with facial hair bowling average is 22.16. Maybe that's the beard that feared all the batsmen all over the world. I'm going to talk you also. I'm also going to talk on Hendrick, that he was really good for South Africa with 5 wickets. Then Zach Crowley scores for England. They are worrying at the moment. I'm going to share his scores, last 6-7 scores. You can see it on the screen. Then I just want to say goodbye to Philander. He was one of the great bowlers for South Africa. He won so many series for South Africa, especially when South Africa every time visited Australia. I remember South Africa, they used to beat Australia in Australia even 3-0 so many times, and Philander was a man of the series. So South Africa, they are gonna miss him big time. I'm gonna talk about that Joe's Butler wicket keeping has improved really. That it has now been since his return in 2018. He hasn't dropped a catch or in the Test cricket, especially the Josh Butler. If England they want to win series in Sri Lanka, they need to bring a top quality spinner back, and it could be Rashid Khan or Moeen Ali, but definitely these two players for the Sri Lankan tour, England they need in their team. Otherwise, the things will be difficult for them. I agree, and that Sri Lanka is also struggling at the moment, but Sri Lanka, especially the Sri Lankan Test team, they are really good when they are playing cricket at home. If you like my video, please share it, and also please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you very much. Bye.